What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and welcome to Life of a Tenno. This is going to be a series that I'm doing regarding just getting started in Warframe and the challenges that new players really have to experience to get into the game. And I wanted to go over, as the series goes on, the challenges that you'll face as well as areas of improvement that the developers could look to as far as basically getting and retaining players rather than just pumping content into the game 24/7, because content will keep players farming, but ultimately that only leads to power creep, and the game has really started to lean towards things that basically improve the power of items in the game far beyond where they were originally able to go. And while that's not necessarily bad, uh, it means that basically players have to farm for items to get to the higher level content. And while that's basically the point of the game, it being a looter and all, there's other things that'll keep them there and make sure that the game continues to be interesting as they play it before they really start trying to push in the late game content. And part of that is going to be the user experience. So without further ado, let me just explain a few things. This account has been created strictly for the use of this particular series. It's not my main account, but I'm going to try to limit myself to not spending money on the game. And I will also make sure that I am not particularly trying to trade for platinum either. I wanted to see what a completely free-to-play experience would be like. I may decide to trade for platinum, but if I do, I'll make sure I announce that first. But for now, it's going to stick strictly with the 50 platinum that you're given when you start the game, and I will use that to purchase an additional Warframe slot and 2 additional sets of weapon slots, which will give me 3 Warframes and 12 possible weapons total, which isn't a huge amount, but it should give me enough diversity to be able to get through a decent amount of content. And because of the caps for items in the sorties or the conditions requiring to use certain weapons, it'll definitely be an important thing to look forward to, especially with the fact that some weapons now require other weapons to be crafted. So that'll be something to look into as well. I'll need to make sure that I get the craftables that I think I might want to keep open and leave a few slots free. The next thing that I'd like to talk about would be modding. And I believe that the modding system is sorely unexplained at the moment, which really doesn't surprise me considering that the appearance system also has a similar fate. There's not a lot of information given there, especially since, with the appearance at least, almost everything there is something that you have to purchase. And if that's where the developers would like people to spend their money, an explanation is at the very least due. But besides that, the modding system, there's little to no explanation that mods actually even exist in the game when you start. They drop, you pick them up after your first mission, and when you pick up the Foundry segment, they tell you to go slap a mod on. And there's only maybe 1 or 2 mods in Warframe where you just slap it on and that's it. A lot of the mods have to be purchased or won from things like alerts or dropped from specific situations like certain bosses or specific enemy types, and they have ranks. These ranks require that other mods be fused into them, or fusion cores, which are there for the specific purpose of ranking up mods, and none of that's told. So a lot of players eventually realize that they need a ton of these cores, but you don't realize that until you basically attempted to grind through the game either with very few mods or not understanding how to get more. And that's something that I'm going to probably cover next video, because mods basically determine how well you'll be able to progress through the game. even with the starting equipment. There's a couple of other things that you'll have to worry about, like getting reactors and catalysts and forma, but those can all come through alerts. Whereas the mods, you specifically need to focus your efforts on getting more of. So mod hunting will probably be what I work for next. That and the void. But for now, we're going to go ahead and finish up Vor's prize and get further through the game. We've gone ahead and completed our mastery rank test, which is included in this video. And from there, we are going to just continue to rank up our frame and move forward as Mag's life unfolds. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this and you'll come back to see more of the life of Mag, and we'll be able to understand how the game unfolds for newer players. Until next time, I hope everybody had a wonderful day. Enjoyed this video. Feel free to like or subscribe if you do, and have a good one.